is porn ruining our sexuality?
You answer that question.
Is porn? Yes, definitely. I feel like people don't know what love really is and how to express it. And then in regards to like porn, it's making these are characters, these are actors. Like we wouldn't go and watch, like, look, we're big Black Panther fans, you know what I mean? But we wouldn't go to watch Black Panther and now say that we can now just walk through the street and be, Wakandan for it. Like there's processes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like we understand that this is great. We get the moral. Everyone, it's Eman from Eman Effect, and we got the wonderful
Mimi.
Looking delicious today. So it's gonna be a quick one. How are you, babe?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, man. I feel like the people we've been away from.
I know. Summer holidays, kids, life,
Listen,
season.
6 weeks holiday with these kids is a lot. Then also, like you said, flu season, these kids go to school, bring stuff back. It's just been mad. And then Black History Month, it's just been a crazy time.
Feels weird sitting on this side. I'm normally like swap.
Oh, you want to swap?
No, it's fine.
Well, I don't know, yeah. I guess so. I don't know.
We'll change
we'll change it up. Some spontaneity. You just change it up. But no, it's great to be back. So listen, we're back. We're gonna be back. More episodes, regular episodes. You're gonna see us weekly dose, the Eman Effect podcast, and us, me and Mimi, are gonna be coming back at you. We really would love your support to put what you want us to talk about in the comments, just to let us know, to guide us. We really want to make this, give as much value as possible. So
so please drop your comments out there. And I'm always speaking to you on emails, like, who am I speaking to? Who's going to respond this time, please.
Yes, respond please. But we thought, you know what, to get started, let's get started with some fun, right?
Yeah.
Get started. So this is a dating game. Bob in the UK, date. And like, this is a great game, yeah, because it asks questions that you should really, whenever you're on a date, whenever you're dating someone, this is a great way, little icebreaker, ask some questions to understand people's mindsets, how people think, and it can kind of help you gauge over your thoughts and value systems, because really, in marriage, dating, whatever, you really date someone's value system.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, someone might be beautiful, like my wife, she's really pretty, but if her value systems, if the things that she values, the things that are important to her, are not the same as what's important to me, then it can't work.
Yeah,
do you know
absolutely.
what I mean? And so asking these questions in a game setting makes it feel less like an interrogation, more like a game, and more allowing you to get to know each other, and maybe ask questions that you haven't thought about,
or
questions that you have thought about that haven't been asked yet.
Yeah, because when we went through them, there were certain questions like, hey, I've never asked you that question before. We've been married for a while now, so yeah, it was very interesting for us. So we've picked out some questions that we thought were kind of good icebreakers to get back into this. So I'm not gonna show Eman, I'm just gonna get him to pick one out, shuffle them a bit.
Ladies first, you pick one. Look, these are the cards here. Like, you pick one and then let's get started. Come on.
Okay, I'll pick this one.
They're gone.
Oh, wow, okay. Have you ever wished you were another race?
Have I ever wished I'm another race? The simple answer is no. I've always been proud to be black. I've wished I was a different type of black person.
Oh, okay.
So when I was young, I always thought it wasn't cool to be African. So I did have that time, unfortunately, where, because I was my skin tone, and I grew up with my cousin in Brixton a lot, so I was around a lot of Caribbean people, and so because of that I wanted to be Caribbean, and then when people used to say, I never used to tell them no. So unless you knew, but obviously as I got older, I really understood my culture and my roots and who I am, and embraced who I am, and became more in touch with my authentic self. The Africanness come out, and now we have Uncle Eman. Big up all the followers that know. If you don't know about Uncle Eman, where you been? But yeah, I'm a proud Nigerian. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. I guess, me, I haven't wished to be another race. I'm quite happy being me. Obviously, being born in Nigeria, you're surrounded by your own people, and then when I moved to the UK, I guess I was reminded more that I was black, but I was like, okay, yeah, I'm black, that's fine. And even moving around, yes, I got reminded I was black, so I'm happy with myself. I don't want to be anybody else, because we're lit, and that's it.
Come on, let me pick now. In the relationship of... So, is the relationship over after a failed marriage proposal? Is the relationship... So, if someone proposes, they propose to you, and they say no. So you propose and they say no, or I propose and you say no. Is it over, or is there still life after the no?
I think there's two parts to this question. If you've been dating for like 3 months and someone proposes, yeah, if you say no, but you just want to keep getting to know the person, I think that's fine.
Like, so you think time comes into it?
I think timing comes into it, but if you've been with someone for 3 on years, or how many years you've been together, and you know you've talked about marriage and you've talked about your life together, your future, and you propose, then that person doesn't see a future with you. So I think, yeah, I think the other person will feel slighted and feel like, if you don't see a future with me, then we're not meant to be together. I should go and find someone who sees a future with me.
Listen, I don't care if it's after 3 months, 3 days. Number one, if a woman proposes to me, it's over anyway. That's not my type of woman.
Okay.
There's no woman that I'm with that she's gonna propose to me.
Fair enough.
It's over. We're not compatible. You understand? If I propose, I must have talked to you about, would you like, what's your thoughts? Do you see us going to the? I would have to have got reassurance before I don't just propose out of I watched Romeo and Juliet and then I decided
Romeo
like
and Juliet's not a good example.
No, but it's a romantic, innit? It's meant to be romantic, the ultimate love story. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
So if I watch some Love Actually or whatever, like I got excited, come with the cards and you know what I mean? If I got excited and I said, listen, I got the vibe that you're gonna say yes, and then you say no, it's over. It's over.
Wow.
I'm not doing that again.
I hear you.
So for me, proposals, it's not a joke. Marriage is not a joke. It's a big commitment. So I think for me, I'm only proposing when I feel like we are ready, and I feel like you've given me the signals that you are ready, and so I'm gonna propose. If you say no, then it's time to move on.
I've heard stories about where they're like, oh, he kept proposing to me and I kept saying no because I wasn't ready, but he loved me, so he was happy and stuff like that. Like, what would you say for like people that have had those experiences?
And then he loved you so much that he stayed and proposed again, and you said no.
But then finally, eventually, you said yes, type of thing.
So you need to batter your wife into submission.
Oh Lord.
You need to go on and on and on and on. Go back and forth. You need to beg her to marry you.
Jeez.
Is that what you're saying?
Hey, it's not me. We had one question.
That's what you're saying.
We gave one answer.
No, I'm just saying. You say the man them. This is what I'm gonna say. The man them. The pressure is too much. You gotta beg your wife to marry you. I asked you once. She said no. It's no. I understand. No. It's time to move on.
Okay. We're moving on. What does loyalty mean to you?
I think for me, loyalty is just about it's just about being on my side in it, like having like being like, even if I'm not perfect, even if I'm making mistakes, like with your team email, do you know what I mean? Like even if I've given you, like sometimes the biggest loyalty is, you know, I don't know, like let's say we separated, like we're on a break for whatever reason, do you know what I mean? And then you could potentially go and date someone else or do something, but because of your love for me, you're like, we're on a break, I'm just gonna get time to, I'm not gonna go. To me, that's loyalty. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to be loyal to someone when everything is going good.
Yeah.
It's when things are not going well that you really understand loyalty and what it means, and when nobody's around. So like, for example, you know, go on holiday. How much times do you go on holiday? What happens on vacation stays on vacation. Like that's not loyalty to me. Loyalty is even if you go somewhere and you know nobody else will find out, the fact that you know is enough.
Yeah.
You're not doing stuff because of what other people, you're doing it because it means to you.
Yeah.
What it means to you, how you will see yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's loyalty to me.
I think for me as well, agreeing with everything you've said, is also not hurting someone intentionally, because sometimes you could be out and you be in a space where other people might be talking down on someone that you're friends with, and you know, you not joining in that conversation or removing yourself from that conversation is loyalty to that person, because it's then going back to that person and saying, I heard all of this, like I didn't say nothing, but I'm coming to check with you because I can't have people talking about you outside and I haven't had that conversation with you. I think loyalty as well is not hurting someone intentionally or unintentionally because you want to put yourself in a better light just because you're in a situation.
Yeah, I love that example, because you know what, like I know with some of my friends, for example, like I'm a person, if you don't do me no wrong, me and you are going to be cool.
Yeah.
Until you do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you might not do wrong to other people. But I know that there's certain groups I'm in where people might want to talk about someone, but they know my loyalty to that person, that they won't speak about that in front of me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you said, that's a next level of loyalty.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I love that. All right, whose turn is it?
Your turn.
My turn, you know. See that? I can give it to myself. I've got big hands. See that? What's it saying? Are we too quick to cancel our own? Try it.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Mimi, tell them.
No, I don't think we're too quick, but at the same time, I don't think we're quick enough. I think we give allowances for stuff, especially when you to be fair, I don't really believe in that whole cancel culture, right? I do believe people make mistakes, and I do believe people should be given the opportunity to apologize for mistakes that they make. But just saying because someone's made a mistake depends on the mistake. Give that person the chance to explain. I think because social media is just there, you post people's mistakes just at a drop of a hat, and all of a sudden it's like forget them and stuff like that. But at the same time, if someone comes out and does a madness and you're trying to say, oh, give them expectation, there's a madness, there's evidence, there's proof that they've done a madness, then not necessarily cancel them, but check them. What are you doing? They, like, your friends are not checking you, so you felt entitled to do what you did, and then now all of a sudden when people are saying cancel that person, you're like, nah, you've been doing that stuff, it's just come to light now. Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, but I feel like we are quite quick to cancel our own. I'll give you an example, like so, you know, you'll go to the Caribbean shop, whatever, and they won't have something. You go to the Nigerian restaurant and you ask them, can I have this? And they say, we don't have it. Can I have it? What do you have? We have this. You order what they say, they go there, they come back, oh, we don't have it. So it's like, I get that, but a whole KFC had no chicken. A whole KFC had true. No chicken. KFC had no chicken, and we're still using them. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? The point being is that sometimes you don't give allowances. Like, yes, you know, even when we go to certain places and we get bad customer service, if it's black, it's like, oh, I'm never going there. But if it's another, you'll be like, whatever. I'm just gonna you're not even gonna tell them. For me, I patronize. So even if I get bad service, I will tell them, look, I wasn't happy with this. That's not gonna stop me coming back, because I want to give my people my money.
Yeah, I mean, even as a business owner, like there was one instance where I think I just had one of our kids and someone was messaging me for a cake, and I was like, I'm so sorry, like I literally just had a baby, and the person was like, I don't care, you run a business, you know, you should respond to me. And I was just like, okay, thanks for that response, but I don't think I'm the baker for you. But I feel like like you say, some people just expect and they don't give any allowance. But if it was the other way around, they would be like, oh, congratulations, okay, no problem, get back to me when you're up and running type thing. So yeah, I hear you.
I think it's different for all. It's you, yeah? Go on.
Let's go from the back.
Let's go from the back.
Hey!
Is that what you're saying? We stopping the video?
Stop it.
You said let's go from the back.
Hey, stop it.
Yo!
It says, black men don't cheat. How did we get there? Hashtag, how did we get there?
I don't, it's self-explanatory. I don't feel like I need to explain anything.
Nah, please, I beg you, move. Let's just, no, that's stupid. I don't understand. There's evidence of it happening and you're telling me that it's not happening. Am I disillusional? Am I going crazy? Maybe it's in my head. Now you're gaslighting me to telling me that it didn't happen, even though there's physical proof. Mate.
You see, anyway. Sometimes you don't talk. You don't talk. Because anything you say will be using the court of evidence. In marriage, there's its own court.
Hey,
anything you say will be used in a court of law against you in another child. So, you see me? I was gonna pick a next card. I'm not confident. The word said what it said. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
What sort of behaviour is an absolute red flag for you? Madam Miriam.
What is an absolute red flag for me? Hey, there's so many. But I think one that will be an absolute red flag is someone that tells me like, it's called love bombing, when like you've only been with one date and they're already telling you that they can see your life, your marriage, the house that you're going to live in. Nah, we just went on one date. That's too much. That's a red flag for me.
Oh wow. When you don't like too much love. Okay, man.
I said on the first date. First date.
Love at first sight. Listen, I grew up on Disney. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
These lot grew up on Instagram, so you know what I mean? Their idea of loving is harsh. What? Love? You've never heard of love at first sight?
Yeah, there's love at first sight.
So if I love you at first sight, don't I see my future with you? Don't I want to be with you?
I hear you.
But you don't want that.
No. Don't stop it. Don't put words.
You just said that.
No, I said when you've gone with someone on the first date, and after the first date, not like you've gone on 2 dates, not 6 months down the line.
So what is first sight? Sorry, please tell them. Explain.
No, love at first sight. If I meet you and I'm like, you're fine, that's fair enough. Like,
love, it's not fancy.
Yeah, okay. I love you.
I've spent time. I've met you, and I've fallen in love with you.
Yeah, at first sight, fair enough. But if the person doesn't reciprocate that they love you at first sight, number one. Number two, if you've just gone for like a drink in a bar, and then we literally just had like 1 to 2 hours together just talking, and then you now message me saying, I love you, I want to marry you, I want to have your babies, okay. I want to... If a woman did that to you, you would run for the hills.
That's a red flag, okay.
What's your red flag?
It's very simple. I hate disrespect. Like, so if we're going on a date and the person I'm on a date with is being rude to the waitress or the waiter, done. I hate disrespect. Not because somebody's serving you makes them lower than you or makes you feel like you can talk, especially you're not even paying.
Yeah.
I'm paying for the damn thing. What you out here doing chess, acting like you're a big girl. You're not even put your hand in your pocket for anything. You can't even talk to somebody with some respect. I don't.
That is a red flag.
And I'm talking whether it can be in relationship, it can be friends, it can be business. If I'm out on a business meeting and I see someone I don't do business with that type of person.
No, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? I don't play with that, because for me that's not the type of person I like to be around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big one for me. All right then, we're getting to the end. Let's go. Is the world getting worse, or are things just more exposed? Am
I going that? Are you taking it?
Great question. You take that, Mimi. You take it.
Do you know, I'm not 100%. I think it's a bit of both. Because
you're looking really fine from this angle. I just want to say the way the light is just
this man.
Fine girl.
I think it's a bit of both. Because me and Emmanuel will have this conversation and I'll be like, oh my gosh, on TikTok I see so many stories about women, and I'm like, is this always been happening, or is it we're just seeing it because there's platforms for people to speak what's going on in their life type thing? And I think it's a bit of both. I think a lot of people are getting their power back, so they're speaking more about the stuff that they're going through, but yeah, the world is still going to hell, sis. Yeah.
I'm lost in your beauty, so I didn't even hear one word that you said.
Oh my
gosh. But it sounded like you made so much sense for the both of us. So
what does that even mean?
You mean you're too pretty? That's what it means. Let's move on.
Gosh, okay, you can answer that question then.
I'm gone. Is porn ruining our sexuality?
You answer that question.
Is porn? Yes, definitely. I feel like people don't know what love really is and how to express it. And then in regards to like porn, it's making these are characters, these are actors. Like we wouldn't go and watch, like, look, we're big Black Panther fans, you know what I mean, but we wouldn't go to watch Black Panther and now say that we can now just walk through the street and be, Wakandan for it. Like there's processes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like we understand that this is great, we get the moral of the story, and we might take some things and put that into our lives, but we also understand that it's acting.
Yeah.
But when it comes to porn, it's like it's so real. And so we feel like we can... these are the characters are supposed to be. We're supposed to be rough and violent and beaten and this and that and this and disrespectful. Now you're now disrespecting your wife in the bedroom. And she's not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But because you've seen it online, you feel like that's acceptable. Without having conversations and not communicating. You understand? You have to forget that's acting. This is the reality.
Yeah.
This is our reality. Those two people are not together in real life. They're doing their thing for our entertainment. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they're going to go back to their lives and do their thing. This is our reality. And so we must communicate. We must be in tune. I must know what you like and don't like and so forth, and what you're comfortable with and what you're not, and I must respect that, regardless of what I've seen. And if there's something that I've seen or I've heard or I'm thinking about, or there's a way I want to express myself in the bedroom, there must be a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because this is not I do what I want. This is the two of us coming together.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And obviously I've seen documentaries where they've said that because kids are watching it from young, they believe that that's how they must behave in the bedroom. And even some guys are saying because they've watched so much of it, they don't know how to function without it in the bedroom. So I think it's important for us with our kids that we educate them and we speak to them on a level about stuff like this, so they don't get drawn into that world and then it causes issues further down the line.
I agree. We're almost there.
Oh wow, it's going
quickly.
Do you believe black men should be encouraged to emotionally express themselves more?
Do you believe?
Yes.
I do too. I don't think this ain't even a...
Yeah, it's not even... We're big advocates for talking about your feelings and sharing.
Cool. What do you think most people have yet to learn about relationships? Woo!
Hey.
What are people yet to learn about relationships with me?
I need to think about this one. You go if you have your answer.
My answer is just, I think one thing is sacrifice, and two, that love. And love is a sacrifice. I think when people say I love you, I love you, I love you, I don't think you understand what you're talking. If I love you and I'm in love with you, I want what's good for you.
Yeah.
I want what's best for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes even if it's not best for me.
Ooh.
Yeah? Okay. So a great example is that I love you so much, and because I'm in love with you, I like to have sex with you.
Okay, yeah.
I love you so much, I like to express myself in that way. No, we're talking to the people, we're open here. However,
yes,
I will see that there are times, even though I really want to have sex with you, I see that you are tired. I see that you're not feeling your best. And so, although it's something I really want, the love I have for you will then make me say, no, as much as you want it, hold off, let's go to sleep, tomorrow's another day, or we'll try another day when Miriam's feeling better, because I have your interests at heart. Do you understand? That's love.
Yeah.
But people feel like, oh, I love you so much, I want to have sex with you, we should have sex.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's not how love works. Love is a doing thing.
Yeah.
Love is not a talking thing.
Yeah.
And so for me, I feel like a lot of people in relationships don't understand what this love thing is about. Do you know what I mean? And so if I love you, sometimes I love you to the point where it's not for what I want. Like, do you know what I mean? If I had the world that I would want, you wouldn't even work. You'd just be at home. You'd be available to me 24/7. Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But that wouldn't give us the financial ability to do what we want to do for our kids.
Yeah.
It also it's not good for you, because you're a person that likes to work and make money and so forth. So for your mental health and for you to feel good, you wouldn't be happy 100% just sitting at home doing nothing. Even if that's do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you've got to understand the person. So I feel like that's a big thing people don't understand.
Yeah, and I feel like another thing, because you picked up on sacrifice, I think sacrifice and compromise is give and take. It's give and take. It's not 50-50 all the time. There's sometimes it's 70-30. There's sometimes in each other's favour. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like people go into relationships maybe with the Disney glasses on, and then when they get hit by something mad, they're just like, oh, I didn't expect this, my relationship is over, where they haven't spoken, they haven't said, oh, this is a compromise, it's his moment that he can push. And case in point, having kids, a lot of the time you have to sort of, when you have a child, you have to sort of take a back seat to be like, okay, this is the time for me to raise my kids to a certain point. They can go to nursery or whatever, and then push the career. But sometimes it's not, in the world we live in, especially with the cost of living crisis, it's not always possible that you can go back, because nursery just eats up all your salary, and you just have to realise that there's a time. But sometimes I don't think people realise that there's a time in everything. And if you give yourself the time and give yourself the allowance for it to grow, everyone can both be happy within a relationship.
I love that. Alright, babe, we're here now. You take that one, I'll read this one.
Okay.
Is love a feeling or a choice?
Both. I think love is a feeling because the days when he comes in and I'm just like, yes, and it's just a feeling inside me. Love is a choice, and the point is you might have an argument with your partner and you might not. Love comes into that when you say, let's have a conversation and discuss what happened, and let's try and work on the issue, and let's try and solve it. Do you know what I mean? Love comes from being tired and still making food for your partner. Love comes from doing the laundry. Do you know what I mean? That's where love is, the doing things. Because do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. It's both. I think it's both.
Yeah, I think you said it is both.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know. Start repeating. You said a lot, so yeah. It's
sorry. This one. Okay. I think this is going to be a good one. Generally, why do men fake their financial status and women their looks?
This one came in last.
No.
I think for me, I think it's just peer pressure. I think there's an expectation of men to be providers, and therefore they're looked at for their finances. And I think there is an expectation for women to, because the men are providing, to look good and be appealing to the man, and also to keep the man's attention so he doesn't go and cheat. So there's that pressure on women to look the part.
I hear you, but do you feel like, obviously you could put makeup on, lashes, whatever, and I guess wigs to fake their look, but does that equate to men saying that they have money when they don't have money?
Yeah, I think I personally, as a man, I think it does. If you think about it like this, is that you are presenting yourself in your best light, and as a man, I'm going to present myself in my best light. Yeah. Especially when we're just getting to know each other. If I go on a date and I tell each chick I'm on a date if I'm broke, then she goes back and tells her friend, I went on that date with that guy who's broke. We might not even get to the next date. I don't need to be exposing my financial position straight away, potentially. Do you know what I mean? And so what I'm saying is that I guess for men, it's about, I want you to like me for me, and I want to be able to like you for you, and I want to feel comfortable that if I'm not in where I want to be financially, that I can trust you with that information, because it's very sensitive. Just like you may put on makeup, you may have a certain bra that makes your breasts look bigger, or you may wear certain jeans that make you may do all these different things and look different, and like you said, wear a wig or whatever it may be, and that's you coming at your best light, because as a man, I might not talk about your finances. I might look at you and see, am I physically attracted to you? That's the first thing, because that's what men tend to be initially. So I think it's there. I know women that will say, but me wearing makeup is not the same as you lying about having money or not. And men might not be lying, because at the end of the day, I'm paying for the date, so I might have money. I might just not have as much as what you'd expect, or my status might not be as much. But also, you have to think from the point of view of, but you can wear makeup and look totally different. So I can be basically falling in love with someone that looks totally different. Do you know what I mean? And then maybe after we're in for years, sometimes you get married, and it's not till you get married and your wife goes to the bathroom and comes to bed, or you wake up in the morning and see your wife and then you realise this is how she actually looks, and you're already married.
Yeah, that's deep. I hear you. I guess they're both lies, but under different packages. So, and sometimes I think when you're in a relationship with someone, honesty is always going to win. You know what I mean? Show up looking made up one day, show up with a bit stripped back makeup so they can see your face, and they can make
take the girl swimming, take her swimming on a swimming date. She gotta go underwater. You understand? Make her come out. I'm giving the man them tips, gems all day long.
Oh
gems.
my gosh! I think with us, I think you saw me quite early on without any makeup. I didn't really wear makeup too much. I just had lip gloss. I never really wore makeup. So he saw my face without makeup on. It's only as we've got married.
Even your hair was never had wigs.
Yeah, I never had wigs. I was always had my afro and stuff like that. So I was always quite honest about my appearance with him. And he was always quite open with his finances.
I was making dough when you met me. There was nothing to hide.
Oh my gosh, this man. Anywho.
So yeah.
I guess
We're at the end, people. Hey.
Just a quick one.
Go on.
Just a quick one with the game, and I would suggest married couples have it. It's a good conversation starter, honestly.
Yeah. So, Bob in the UK, debate date. Get it. Google it. Follow Bob in the UK. So Bob in the UK is actually on Instagram, so you can follow them on Instagram. They post loads of black content, things about the community in the UK, America, throughout the world. Great channel. Make sure you actually go and get it. But yeah, big up Bob in the UK. Big up the game.
Yeah. So this is not a paid ad. We just have the game and we just like it.
Oh yeah, no, we're not paid. This is not paid. No, this is not paid. But yeah, we enjoyed it. We want to give you something fun. We'll probably do a part 2.
Yeah.
So you get a part 2 because there's loads of questions that we haven't.
Yeah, that we didn't touch on. Yeah.
So we'll go through, do a part 2, and then like I said, comment below, like, subscribe, let people know we're back. We're bringing you the content. Love each and every time. Thank you for all your support so far, and share.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Hope you guys have a lovely day in this wet and rainy England. But yeah.
Okay, cool.
Bye. Thank you.